Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today in this video, I want to discuss episode 1 of Becca's season of The Bachelorette, recap the episode really quick, and talk about who I think is going to make it into Becca's final 4 after night 1. So 7 different guys got intro videos this year. The first was Clay, who is a former pro football player. He used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm a Philadelphia girl, so I'm rooting for him already. And he just, to me, seems like a really genuine, family-oriented guy. After night 1, I am a big fan of Clay. If I was a Bachelorette and I had to give my first impression rose, I would have given it to him. However, I'm not really sure if he's going to make it to the final 4 because in the promo, which I will break down a little more at the end of this video, we didn't see much of him. However, I'm a big fan of Clay. I really like Clay, and if it was up to me, he would have gotten my first impression rose because I am a big fan. Up next was Garrett, who I think is already one of the main contenders for Becca's heart. He is a really outdoorsy guy, loves to laugh and have fun, and you know, so far so good with him. I think so far he's given a pretty good impression of himself, and obviously Becca really likes him. We'll talk more about that later, so far so good with him. Then there was Jordan. What do I say about Jordan? When I first saw his intro video, the first thing I thought was, this guy looks like an a-hole. I'm just being completely honest. I mean, he seems to have a very high opinion of himself. He's a male model. He talked constantly throughout the episode about his outfits and his looks, and he just seems very vain and self-centered to me, so I don't like him at all. And yeah, I just don't think he's right for Becca at all. I hope he gets eliminated soon, but I think he's going to cause some drama and stay around for at least several weeks. It looks like he's going to end up on a 2-on-1 date based on the promo, so I think we're going to have to deal with Jordan for a little while longer, but I don't like him at all, and I think he has basically no chance with Becca. I think Becca is such a nice, genuine person, and Jordan just seems really self-centered and not at all likable. Then there was Lincoln, who we actually first met on After the Final Rose, and he is originally from Nigeria, and he says that he deeply appreciates life and everything that he has, which I think is really a really good quality to have. Then there was Joe, whose parents were married for 35 years after getting engaged after 1 month. However, Joe actually got eliminated on night 1, so it was really nice meeting you, Joe, but bye. Then there is Jean Blanc, and he's another guy that I'm not a really big fan of. He talks about how he loves to collect colognes and ties and other men's grooming products, and he says he's a cologne-asseur. I just think he cares way too much about his appearance, and any man that's going to pay over $1,000 for like 3 ounces of cologne like really needs to get his priorities in order. So right now I'm kind of just a little like, with him. I mean, no man should talk about cologne that much. It is not that big a deal, and it just, yeah, not an attractive quality in my opinion. The last intro video we saw was Colton's, and Colton has already shown that he is going to be a serious contender this season. Not only did he get the last intro video, but he was also the first person who came out of the limo. Colton is a football player, and he has a little cousin with cystic fibrosis, so he started a charity for cystic fibrosis kids, and that just endeared him to me instantly. If he actually cares enough to help people and to start a charity, that really shows some character there, and I hope that he is the good person that I thought he was at the beginning. In the promo for the season, we see that some people doubt the truth of his story and think he may just be telling Becca what she wants to hear. So I think we're going to have to keep an eye on Colton to see what he's really like, but I definitely think he's going to be a major, major player this season, and there are going to be people who love him and people who hate him, and we're just going to have to keep watching to see what he's really like. Now, some of these memorable limo entrances, Garrett actually came in a minivan, which I thought was a little strange. He basically wanted to show that someday he wants to be a very involved husband and dad, and Becca seemed to think it was cute. I thought it was a little strange, but evidently she liked it, and I guess that's all that matters. Then there was also Lincoln, who brought her some cake because when they met on After the Final Rose, it was actually his birthday. So Blake, who we also met on After the Final Rose when he rode in on a horse, came in this time on an ox, but I have to say my least favorite limo entrance was Mike, who brought a cutout of Becca's ex-fiance, Ari, and I just don't know why he thought that was a good idea to bring along an Ari cutout. Like, you need to start fresh here and not remind her of her jerk ex who broke up with her on national television. So in the promo for this season, I saw a lot of Jordan, who I don't like, and I think he's going to be one of the villains this season. We also saw a lot of Colton, and Colton tells Becca that he is a virgin. However, apparently some of the other guys don't really know if they believe Colton's story, and they think he may be embellishing things to make himself look more attractive. So I think Colton is going to be a controversial figure this season, where some people are going to really like him and some people are going to really hate him and think he's fake. But I definitely think we're going to be seeing a lot of him this year. I also think Lincoln, based on the promo, is going to be a secondary antagonist, with some people thinking he's not genuine or that he's fake. And I did see some Garrett as well as some Chris, and I think it was David that I saw in this promo. Also, the guy with like the slick hair, whose name I don't remember. But I saw him a couple times too in the promo. I don't remember his name. I didn't find him that memorable, I guess. I don't remember what his name is. So now, after night one, watching the intro videos, the limo exits, the talks with Becca, the promo, I have my prediction for who Becca's final four will be on this season of The Bachelorette. And you guys can all tell me in the comments who you think is going to make final four, and we can all look back on this later and see how right or how wrong we were. Now, the person who I think is going to finish in fourth place this season is Lincoln. We saw a lot of Lincoln in the promo, and like I said, I think he is going to be a secondary antagonist. I think Becca is going to really like him and think that he's a really genuine guy, but some of the other guys in the house are going to not like him very much and think that he is fake or not here for the right reasons. And I think he's going to make it to Final Four, and then after hometowns get eliminated by Becca and just get sent home. Now, the person who I think is going to come in third place this season on The Bachelorette is Colton. Like I said, we saw a lot of Colton in this episode. We saw a lot of him in the promo, so I think he's definitely going to make it very far. I wasn't exactly sure if I should put him in fourth or third place. However, I finally settled on third because Colton says that he is a virgin. Now, we saw in the promo some of the other guys doubt whether or not this is true. So I think he will get to the fantasy suites, and then I think after that his virginity or lack thereof possibly may cause some problems. Sexual chemistry is an important part in a relationship. You know, if you're going to get engaged to someone, you do need to know if the two of you are compatible in that way. So I think maybe that could cause some problems because also Colton says in the promo he's not waiting for marriage, he's waiting for the right person. So it might cause some problems if Becca thinks, well, maybe I'm not the right person that he's been waiting for, and that may result in him being sent home. I definitely think no matter what, we're going to at least see Colton in Bachelor in Paradise. Now, the person who I think will be the runner-up on this season of The Bachelorette, finishing in second place, is Blake. Now, we didn't see a lot of Blake in the promo, but I just had a good feeling about Blake when I was watching him, and I think he did have a pretty good connection with Becca on night one. The two of them were talking about their past relationships, and Becca said that she felt like he really understood her, and she felt as if the two of them knew each other even though they had really just met, and that was a really good sign for me. So far, I am liking him, and I think he has the potential to make it really far this season. However, I do not think he will win. And now I'm going to talk about the person who I am like 99.99999% sure is going to get engaged to Becca in the end. So, the person who I think is going to win this season of The Bachelorette, going to become Becca's fiance, the person who she is going to choose, is Garrett. Now, I am pretty confident in this pick because for the last 3 or 4 years, The Bachelorette has always given her first impression rose to the same person who she ends up choosing in the end. I know definitely with Caitlin and Sean, JoJo and Jordan, Rachel and Brian, and I don't remember what happened the year before that. Was it Andy before Caitlin? Yeah, Andy didn't give hers to... She gave hers to Nick, not to Josh. For the past 3 years, the Bachelorette gave her first impression rose to the person that she ended up picking. So I think that means that Garrett is right now the front runner in this competition, and so far the two of them seem really into each other. He seems like someone who could be a good fit for Becca. They did share a kiss, which definitely looked like they were both into that, and so far I just think sparks are flying between these two. He is number one right now in my mind, and just given the track record of the first impression rose, I would be shocked if Becca gets engaged to anyone but Garrett in the end. Though, even though I do like Garrett so far, I kind of like almost hope Becca doesn't pick him, just because, like I said, it's kind of gotten to a point where it feels predictable, and I kind of want the show to keep me on my toes a little bit more. Like, if she ends up getting engaged to Garrett, you know, I'll be happy as long as Becca is happy, because I really like her and I want her to find happiness after how Ari treated her. But also, at the same time, I kind of like want some unexpected twist in there. So that is my quick little recap of night 1 of Becca's season of The Bachelorette. What do you guys think about my picks for Final Four? Let me know in the comments if you agree with me or if you think someone else is going to make Final Four that I did not mention. Do you guys think that Becca is going to get engaged to Garrett? Do you think the first impression rose pattern will continue? And please like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Bachelorette recaps this season. So thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye guys!